Well, I just finished up a mile run. I think it was an 8:23 mile. As you can see, it's pretty nice out here today, but I have absolutely no pop in my legs. You know, some days you get out there on a good run, on a speed run, and you hit the ground and your legs, you just got spring in your step. I mean, you can hit the ground and fire and just run smooth. I got out here today and my legs feel heavy, feel very slow. And, it's like when I hit the ground, there's no spring back. It's more of, I just hit the ground and kind of catch myself. But that's how the run felt today. I'm gassed. Today has been a cardio-filled day. So I ran that 8-minute and 23-second mile. As I said at the beginning of the clip, legs felt very, very heavy today on that run. I felt very sluggish. I think I'm gonna have to start doing some speed work here soon. But speed work sucks when you don't have that pop in your legs. Speed work is a lot more demanding than it is to just go, slug your way through 4 or 5 miles. But I went out there today and I wasn't pushing, you know, particularly hard. And on the half-mile stretch back, I was running into a pretty stout headwind. But you know, when I hit the ground, there was no spring back. You know, I didn't feel like I was pushing with my legs at all. It was more I hit the ground and I had to catch myself. I had to take the next step and catch myself. There was just no pop in the legs today. And then after that run, I came home, sat down for a little bit. And then had the neighbor give me a punching bag 2 years ago, and I don't think I messed with it at all last year. I hit it a few times the first year I got it, didn't do anything last year. So I got it back out and hung it up. Me and my brother took turns on that. It's crazy to me how quick you can burn out. You know, like I would consider myself to be, you know, pretty fit. Going out and running, I know for like a lot of people, they're like, oh, I could never run a mile. Going out and, you know, running a few miles is, you know, not really like a big concern for me. I feel like I can do that on any like given day of the week, although I am a slow runner. But I'll hop on that punching bag and dude, 30 seconds in, 45 seconds in, I am fighting, man. I don't know. Even my hands felt, you know, pretty slow today compared to what they used to be, which I may be a little heavier now. And I did that, you know, benching session last night. So I'm feeling kind of stiff in the upper body. But I looked slow on camera. Looked very slow, which I wasn't trying to go as fast or anything as I could. But I don't really like how, you know, any of that looked. But to be fair, I don't know. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and you know, I've never had any like MMA training or boxing training or anything like that. So I just kind of go out there and play around on the bag. I find it very, very hard to, you know, keep bouncing all the way through. I remember the first year I got it, me and my brother, we would take turns going for like a minute. And you know, for the first 30 seconds, maybe even for the first round, I can, you know, bounce around pretty good. But by the third round or something, feels like my feet are just planted in concrete. And then take a step, throw a punch, and then take another step like there's no bounce left in my calves after not very long at all. And let me hit another set first. And something else I noticed going back and watching the video is I seem to be like very extended with my stance. Like my right foot seems to be very far back here. And you know, that's good for, I feel like I can get more power in like that. But when it comes to moving, or you know, taking a step forward, it takes me a lot longer, you know, when my foot's back here. And it's hard to, you know, dance around when my feet are this far apart. I don't know, just some things I picked up on. Always trying to improve, man. Always trying to improve. Golly. Which I think one reason why the running may have felt pretty bad today is I noticed that my my tibs, my tibialis, I don't know the full muscle name, but the front side of your calves, mine feel very fatigued right now. I was sitting in church this morning and curled my toes up, and I just noticed there was some extra kind of stiffness there. You can feel when a muscle is tired and kind of like stressed. So I did that, and I was like, those almost feel sore. So I just did a mile today, nothing crazy. And that could have, played a big part in how the run felt today. Not real sure. Man. I don't know, man. There's just no spring in me right now. Sometimes I think I don't need to squat as much when I go on a run like today, and the legs feel like 100 pounds apiece. I can definitely feel a difference in how the runs feel now compared to when I was in high school running track. I ran, I think, the 4x2 and the 4x4 and just the 400 meter dash. I think my best 400 was a 56 second or a 58 second. So that's a quarter of a mile in 57, 58 seconds. I could only hit those on race nights. In practice, I think the lowest I ever got in practice was like 105. But then in a few races I ran, right at like 59, 60. Ran a few of those. Had one really good race. I think that may have been the 56 second PR. And then I hit 58 seconds again, and I don't know. The legs definitely don't feel as free as they did back then. Just heavier, man, heavier. I'm gonna go ahead and take this for a set of 10, just for the sake of not making the video too long. I'll come back out here later tonight, probably after church, and take this for a few more sets of 10. Take the bar for a few more sets of 10. Tell you what, I'm reminded of why I don't really bench anymore. You know, any kind of internal rotation of the shoulder is very, very painful. Very, very painful. Shoulders are stiff right now, man. You know, I try to chase being as well-rounded as possible, and if I can't put my arms behind my back, then I'm severely lacking in the mobility department. Benching definitely, you know, affects your mobility. This is one thing I've learned. All right then, today was essentially a cardio day. Ran a mile, hit the bag for a little bit, tried to loosen up the upper body a little bit, and got absolutely gassed. And then, you know, this is pretty much all I'll be doing for a workout today. Today's a recovery day on squats, so catch you guys tomorrow.